What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the podcast dad himself, Choops. How we doing, buddy?
I'm good. Recovering from the weekend, but hey, we're here.
We are here. How was Mother's Day for the podcast mom?
It was fine. Went out to dinner last night with the kids and some of the fam. It was pretty good. She did get some nice gifts from the podcast dad, so there's that as well.
Good for you. You're a real one because she went with you to Wrestling Friday, and yeah, you said thank you.
Hey,
the only
she
way
had
the
the
podcast dad
time
knows
of her
how.
life.
It was a good fucking show, man.
It was a great show. I'm very happy we went. My first time at Ryan Geist with wrestling, and it was something. Crowd was electric. Like, crowd was amazing. Like, one of the best indie show crowds I've ever been at. Just a fun night overall. It was just I couldn't be happier on a Friday night to go watch some wrestling.
Yeah, the vibes were immaculate. We got some great moments on camera, and shout out to Pro Wrestling Ventures, Big Trouble Ben Bishop, and the rest of the crew that put on, again, just such a phenomenal show. I hope that they run there again. I'm eagerly awaiting the next show.
Yes, please run there again. This is I was telling Kyle, shout out to Kyle, too sweet. But I was telling him, like, I think Cincinnati is starved for a really, good indie promotion to come and take hold. Ever since HWA went away, it's just been there's been a void. Please come to Cincinnati. We want wrestling. We want independent wrestling. We want all kinds of wrestling. Please come to Cincinnati. We want it. Yeah.
I mean, it's especially within the city, your Hamiltons and Fairfields and kind of the suburbs of Cincinnati, they get wrestling shows, but there's not a whole lot that goes on like within the city. Certainly not downtown. No. Just given kind of how busy and a lot, there's already a lot of noise and a lot of stuff that's kind of overtaken downtown, at least, kind of how ours is structured. So, definitely hope to see more in, within the city sooner than later. But podcast dad, I'm kind of just going through all of the hits here as far as our plugs real quick. Main Event _net on all social media platforms. We've got an amazing plan for something ahead of Memorial Day weekend. We can't talk about it just yet, but there's something really, 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 really fucking cool happening, and cannot wait to share more information with you guys soon about that. Follow us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Podcast dad, hit him with the quickness.
Just takes one person, as I met in the bathroom at Ryan Geist. Like the shirt,
really,
send him the email. Hey, we should have another subscriber here soon. But it happens anywhere. Just tell one person, hey, you're at an indie show. You like the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Just tell them. They may hop on and then come join us for some fun.
Facts. Big facts. Podcast dad, let's get talking here. Let's talk about some wrestling. Backlash 2025 is in the books. 5 incredible matches, and Backlash has gotten some hate over the years as far as being kind of the WrestleMania light, because there's a lot of rematches. Not necessarily the case with tonight. There was a lot of fun stuff to be seen across the board. Let's start with that Fatal 4-Way. LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Jacob Fatu. Just a bunch of big dudes beating the piss out of each other.
Yeah, I thought a very well structured match. I just thought really, really good 4-way. I think WWE has these multi-man matches down, multi-woman matches down. The Fatal 4-Ways, the triple threats. They're booked very well. Everybody looks good in them. I thought everybody kind of got moments to shine. Priest and Drew had a big moment. Going through the table and the crowd and everything, and that was awesome. LA Knight over still, like crazy. Yeah. He's still so over, and kind of dominated the early part of that match and looked great doing it. He really got to show off, I think. And then we got the debut of Jeff Cobb, and I don't know if you saw the press conference, but Jacob was not super thrilled about Jeff Cobb coming in and helping Solo and helping Jeff Cobb, Jacob Fatu, but man, this dynamic is going to be something.
It really is, and this is kind of this is one of the bigger moments of the night that we need to break down here. Finally, I mean, we heard the rumor back in I think March that he had signed with the company and was on the company's internal roster, just kind of waiting patiently to see where he was going to go, main roster, NXT, and we've kind of batted all those scenarios around. He's 42 years old, so main roster seemed to be kind of the more immediate move. I feel like, and I don't know if this is just us when it comes to wrestling in 2025, but when we hear about all these major free agents, all these surprise debuts coming to WWE, we'll find people on the internet saying, well, the crowd's not going to know who they are. They're not going to know this, or they're not going to know X or Y or Z.
They knew him.
That crowd knew who the fuck Jeff Cobb was. Once they did get that camera on his face, and you just hear the crescendo of that. And I'm driving over to Mr. Ramsey's house as I've got this match playing on my phone, and I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I started screaming like like alarm bells going on. It's like, holy shit, this is like. They know what they're doing here when it comes to these debuts and who needs to be where once you sign with WWE. They knew who he was. They're going to get an immediate use out of him right away in the Bloodline story, which needed a little bit of a shot in the arm.
Still the Bloodline story.
Okay, well, the
I would say the solo Jacob Fatu story, because
Sure.
all the Tongans are gone. Both of them are out of action right now. This is more of a Jacob Fatu solo story. I think the Bloodline, I think it's officially over.
It is. It's just easier to say.
I know, but I don't want to get confused. Like, this is the post Bloodline angle. How about that? Post Bloodline.
That's fair.
I'm excited to see this dynamic though. Like, I'm excited to see what happens. I think it's a perfect role for Jeff Cobb. And part of that being like, yes, it is kind of getting away from the Bloodline. It's not another family member, right? He's bringing an outside name into this group, which we haven't seen since Sami Zayn. So what's going to happen? I mean, Fatu was not thrilled. So
played it perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that dude is going to be it. That crowd loved him. That dude is, he proves it every time. But man, he is, some of the stuff he does in the ring is just like, you shouldn't be able to do that. How are you doing that? Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
World champion by next year. Watch.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Backlash is in the books. We're looking ahead to Money in the Bank. He's probably going to find himself in a qualifying match in the next week or so.
Man, I'm excited and we can touch on it, but I'm excited to see what they do for Money in the Bank this year, because there are a lot of good names. I think a little bit more than usual that we've had. But man, there is a lot of good names that they could definitely put the briefcase on and officially make somebody. So a lot of good directions they can go this year.
Yeah, possibilities are truly, truly endless here now, more so than they ever really have before. And yeah, I mean, I think it's we got a pretty good shot at Jacob Fatu making that match and then furthering this friction with Solo Sikoa and now the X factor of Jeff Cobb filling in. I mean, and when you really look at it, if you can't have Bronson Reed for a year, Jeff Cobb is just as good. Like that's just as good of a name to have as that bruiser kind of muscle, because Bronson Reed could have easily been put in that role with Solo Sikoa, kind of given the alliance at War Games. But Jeff Cobb as a replacement for Bronson as he repairs that ankle, sign me up. And then you can spin off Jeff Cobb versus Bronson Reed eventually. Like, there's a lot you can do with these sorts of things.
Yeah, no, it was very well played. Very, very, very good match. Up there for me for match of the night if it wasn't for another match. But man, it was really good. Yeah.
Could not agree more. Let's turn our attention to the Intercontinental Championships, both men's and women's on the line. Starting with Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch.
Thank God this title has a feud.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra is so good.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It should not have taken us this long to get this story whatsoever. But I'm glad that we have it, because that was a perfect opening salvo. I mean, we've still got Money in the Bank. We've got SummerSlam coming up, Clash in Paris. Like, there is a lot to get excited about for these two and this championship. I mean, very clearly a quick roll up, which says the surprise factor means, hey, this is far from over. They had a little bit of shenanigans after the match with the arm bars.
Yep.
Yeah, let them go. Give them everything they need to make this story a success. Give them a stipulation for one of these matches. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Whether it's a cage match, no holds barred. Just give me something here. Because this has been the best work of Lyra Valkyrie's career. Like, let's give this a career-defining feud, even if she loses the title as a result. She's worked her tail off to get to this point. The company had a lot of faith in her to make her the first Intercontinental Champion. But Becky holding that belt for a while also would be really, really cool.
It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? Like, I think, I may be mistaken, but I think on the prediction show I said, like, let's do something like this, like a quick fluky roll-up win or something for Lyra to continue this feud, because I think that's what we need to see. We need a solid, like, long-term feud for this Intercontinental Championship, because I think Lyra is really, really underrated. Since she's been up on the main roster, she's had some good moments for sure, but we haven't gotten to see like a true feud for her. And this is that first opportunity with a huge, huge star in Becky. And Becky's going to put her over. Like, it's just a matter of time. But man, like this was like you said, a good first chapter to this feud. I think there is much more to come, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Even if this is like an every other PLE kind of thing, like if they alternate titles on PLEs, I'm fine with that. But this is good. Another really good match that I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, and also attention to the involved, just because he's also made his way into the social media aspect of this. Lyra's fiance LJ Cleary being kind of brought into the mix here as as a bystander here, and seeing the internet basically saying, "Hey, if you look like that, anything is possible." And shout out to Simon Miller, who continues to be one of the most positive people in wrestling, as far as saying how great of a person LJ Cleary is, but then also half of the people that are commenting and agreeing on that post of, okay, well, any not attractive guy can land an attractive woman. It's like LJ Cleary also can do joint manipulation in ways that you don't want to find yourself across from him should you piss him off.
Again, just keyboard warriors doing what they do. At this point, I don't kick rocks. Shut up. Nobody cares. Like, do what you want to do. You wouldn't say it to his face.
Yeah.
Feel fine. Feel safe behind your keyboard. That's fine. You would never say it to his face. But whatever. Hey, and at the end of the day, he gets to go home with Lyra, and you don't. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. Like, oh man, hey, God, look at him. He can get it. He bagged Lyra. What have you done? Go ahead, wipe the Cheeto fingers off. Mom's calling you up for dinner. Kick rocks, dude. I cannot stand it anymore. I think we're way past the social media era where we're just roasting people. Like, okay,
yeah.
Like remember when it happened with Mercedes too? And I know they're split, but it happened the same thing with Mercedes. And it was like any one of you would be so happy to be in that spot. You're just jealous. Just shut up. Stop being so negative. Man, the negativity. I can't do it anymore.
I get it. Let's move on to
that you brought it up. I will say that. Because everybody because here's the thing. If you're going to be negative, you can subscribe. Just don't comment.
Yeah. That's just something that not everybody understands, which is pretty shitty, but yeah, if you want to have a podcast to listen to somebody that does not do that kind of stuff, subscribe to our channel. We enjoy just talking professional wrestling. We keep it at what's going on in the ring and leaving it at that. So we're going to be critical of everything. We're going to praise what we like, be critical constructively of things that we don't like. That just is what it is. So give us a like, a share, and a subscribe. Let's move on to the men's match podcast. Dad, Penta, Dominic Mysterio. This, I don't know. I want to get your thoughts. This is kind of my take coming out of it. This is probably Dom's best singles match at WWE. Yeah, like there's just something like just watching everything from start to finish, from his entrance to walking back. Like you're seeing the growth. You're just seeing something different in Dom as he's carrying this title. Like there's there's a lot to be excited about over the next 5, 10, 15 years of what he's going to do. And this, again, it just kind of was all put together in a great match with Penta, who just continues to be one of the star, one of the most impressive gets WWE's had within the last year. I think we had the discussion about whether this loss hurts Penta's aura. I think the answer is a resounding no here.
I would say no for now. But no, they've been looking for their next Rey Mysterio for a while. They may have found it. Penta is, charisma out the what. Like he's just everything about him. Like I was watching on the couch on the iPad while we were eating dinner, and as soon as the music hit, podcast mom turns and knows exactly who it is and starts doing the walk. Like she like
what I wouldn't give to see the podcast mom do the Penta walk.
She did it at Rheingeist. If she got enough beverages in her, she started doing it at Rheingeist. But like that's the kind of appeal that he has, right? Like someone that's I would say at this point a little bit more than casual, but still a casual viewer like knows the theme song, knows that's Penta, knows it, and that's.
I want to go back to the fact that she recognized the wrestler based on a Def Rebel theme. I just want to point that out there,
dude. His theme's good. I like his theme. I'm not gonna lie. His is a good one.
Every once in a while, they hit. Yeah,
his is a good one. Like good match. My question for you is, let me rewind. A lot of subtle storytelling with Finn and Dom. If you look at some of the moments, like you'll see Finn's all happy, and then the moment Dom turns his back, there's a glare. Right? There's always something with Finn that's you just got to watch for it, and I enjoy that storytelling very, very much. But my question for you is,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we can work into the conversation, happening tonight on Raw. Finn Balor, AJ Styles. It's been a while since these two have gone 1-on-1, but this is going to be a big matchup for them. Anytime that these two lock up, it is. What can we expect the dynamic to be with Judgment Day tonight? Dom gets the big win, but are they going to help Finn do the same thing?
Nope. Finn's going to lose, and Finn's going to get pissed. I think that's what's going to happen. I definitely think that's going to happen, but. Another aspect of this match is Grande Americano.
Mm-hmm.
And my question for you is, have they booked themselves into a little bit of a corner here? Is this reveal going to be good? Because at this point, I think we all think it's Chad Gable, right? Is that when this reveal happens, like, is that going to be anything, or are they going to be able to actually get us and reveal it's somebody else? I'm a little bit worried that this is run on maybe a little too long, and maybe the unmasking should have happened like after Mania or something. Because like, what's the end goal with this, right? Because now it's the Lucha Brothers. Are they going to go against the Creeds, or are they going to go against Americano and Chad Gable? Like, what's the end goal at this point?
I think the end game is June 7th in Los Angeles. Worlds collide. AAA, WWE. You get Penta on that card. And if it has to be against Grande Americano, fine. My guess is mask versus mask there. At this point, we all kind of have the idea that this is it. But when you're trying to establish a new, they're not necessarily a new promotion, but a new acquisition in AAA to a WWE audience who, if you're, like my friends who took their 7-year-old to go see SmackDown Dayton Friday night, you're not going to know much about AAA, but this is a way to kind of slowly introduce some WWE talents and have them on that card to generate that interest when you're turning on Peacock of, I know that guy, but I don't know who that is. I don't know what any of this is going on around me. Let's see what it's about. So it's I don't necessarily, I wasn't crazy about El Grande Americano kind of from the beginning, but knowing what we know now and the fact that this deal with AAA had been in the works for quite some time before the WrestleMania announcement, and we're continuing to see the involvement in Penta matches by Grande Americano, it seems like kind of the natural place to bring this to its conclusion is at Worlds Collide.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm worried that like when the reveal happens, it's not going to be maybe as big as maybe we're hoping for originally, because maybe the Mysterio
Sure.
injury kind of sped things up because he did beat
Yeah.
Rey Fenix. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact that, I mean, this was kind of the let me up, the semi-main event. Gunther taking on Pat McAfee.
It was. Great match. I was thoroughly surprised.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Gunther still getting the win as he should have.
Yes.
But Pat, they again, credit to WWE because you could have easily, and we kind of said, oh, Gunther's just going to destroy him and play with his food. Pat got in some offense and, put up a fighting chance. I mean, I think that's about what it would look like, and with any other talent on the roster of just trying to survive Gunther. Yeah. And that's what he, yeah.
And the report was like Pat went into the match with kind of a chip on his shoulder. There's been a lot of outside noise with him and, his role and how he's gotten here and all that good stuff. So, good on him to kind of go in there and go, hey, I'm going to earn my stripes kind of thing. But this match was exactly what it needed to be. Like Gunther playing with his food a little bit, a couple of not even near falls, right? Like a couple of got a quick shot in one, right? Yeah. And that was it. I thought it was very well booked.
Yep.
The respect thing at the end, I'm interested to see what that does.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was kind of just like, all right, that's just the ring general saying, okay, you're good in my book. We don't ever need to do this again, and I'll stop messing with you guys. But good, right?
Yeah.
Interested to see what's next for him. I don't know where Gunther goes. I'm interested to see what he does.
Yeah. Before I speculate on that, there was a period when we see that typical crossbody spot, Michael Cole holding down Gunther's foot. I thought if he fucking loses in this way, I might have had another crash out. That might have.
They gotcha.
Yeah. They did.
That's what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
They gotcha. Yeah. That was a good spot.
Yeah. But as far as future of Gunther, especially what we have coming up, international show, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, kind of over the next few months, and Saturday night's main event as well. Right?
I could see him in the ladder match.
I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Yeah. No. Think about it. I could
Gunther
see him.
Gunther in a ladder match.
I could see him winning.
It's like trying to teach a pig how to whistle.
But I could see him winning. He might be a dark horse. If he gets in, he might be the dark horse to win that. I mean, what better way to book him right now? Like, he could show up anywhere with the Money in the Bank.
Another way you could go, because they've already kind of been riding solo on each other for a while. Throw Kaiser Money in the Bank as well. Because at the very least, if nothing else, Kaiser versus Gunther at SummerSlam.
Is that big enough?
We're seeing Kaiser in the Raw commercial breaks, which has been great. I mean, Kaiser had a lot of momentum coming into 2025 here and was white hot. Yes, he has lost some of that. However, I think if you turn on Gunther, you get that back right away. I feel like
we could try. We could definitely try.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll be interested to see.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know McAfee's going back to college football here soon, but good showing. I thought the match was exactly what it needed to be. Good showing. I'm happy with the outcome. Happy with the match. Much more happier than I thought I was going to be. So good on them.
Me too.
Oh, this last match, man. This was overbooked to perfection, in my opinion. Yeah. I know it's getting some hate online. I loved every second of it. I loved every second. And maybe it's our bias because we grew up with it, but man, I loved everything about this.
Yeah, this is this was one of those ones. I was with Mr. Ramsey and his family on Saturday night, and we're kind of cooking dinner. I've got this on a TV in the background, and it people came to a stop to watch. Oh, is that John Cena? Yeah, this is his final match against Randy Orton, and given the backstory, like there was a lot to enjoy about this match. The pacing was exactly what we thought it was going to be for John Cena versus Randy Orton. This was a very cerebral match, chock full of ring psychology because these guys know each other so well, which was perfect. The fact that we got Ron Killings coming out and costing Randy Orton the WWE Championship in 2025.
And then Cena
perfection,
giving R-Truth and AA through the table at the press conference.
Yes.
Like, that match is happening.
Saturday night's main event.
That match is going to happen. Yeet.
Yep.
There goes his main event. But yeah, like this is
like that sometimes.
And I love the fact that Cena's new kind of finish is the shot with the title.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Like, that's how he beat Cody. It's how he beat Randy. It's probably going to be how he beats R-Truth. Like, because the time it doesn't work, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome because somebody's going to kick out of that and it's going to be like, oh shit. Now what's Cena going to do? Like, they're doing a very, very good job about booking that. I can't get mad at this match at all. I really can't. I don't think I'm going to get mad at any Cena matches for the rest of this run because
we don't get any more after this.
I enjoy what's happening. I enjoy it. He's ruining professional wrestling. That's what he said he's going to do. He's going to ruin professional wrestling for everybody. I can't hate on anything he does because everything he's doing is a psychology, right? It's there's a reason behind it. Like, man, I hate this. Yeah, well, there's a reason because he's making you hate this. Like, that's the point of this John Cena character is I'm going to do what I want because I can, and you can't stop me. And I love it. I love everything about it. Did you see,
What
did you see someone's post after the match?
Who?
You didn't see an Instagram story?
CM Punk. Oh yeah. For now,
in the bank, dude. That's happening.
Ugh.
That's gotta happen at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, playing the hits. I need to see at least a couple of new names in there at some point. But again, I have no problem. Cena Punk one last time. Like, let's. I'm down. Yeah. I'm down. I just want to see one or two new names at some point in the next 7 months. That's. I'm not asking for much.
Cody's gonna be rematch at SummerSlam. Yes.
Probably.
I would think so. Yeah.
No, keep him. I mean, he's worked his ass off. Keep him off TV. Let him recharge the batteries. He's got the podcast with Wheatley Vodka dropping soon. Like, it's. There's time to run that back.
And then one of these got to be Roman again, right?
I think so.
I think so too. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, we're listing off opponents that we want. It's like, well, is there time for new opponents? Because man, I want to see Punk and Cena. I wish Cope was in WWE.
Roman. Yeah.
I wish Edge would come back.
Yeah.
I want to see Batista come out of retirement and wrestle John Cena. I'm sorry. It probably wouldn't be a great.
Clutching his pearls somewhere hearing you say that.
Man, how much fun would that be?
Yeah.
How much, like, the history between, like, it would just be or even just an interaction at this point, I'd be happy with. Man, I cannot. I didn't know how I would feel about this retirement tour when he first announced it. But man, I truly am loving all of this so far. And
it's giving that Kobe energy of the tracking it throughout the year, you know?
And the guy that threw the beer bottle at him in Dayton, stupid, but he got you. He got you.
Yep.
I feel like I'm like back in high school again, like watching John Cena. I'm excited to see John Cena, which I didn't think I would ever say again.
No, we're gonna enjoy it while we have it. The podcast said, I know we're running out of time here. Let's talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw preview. We've already discussed Finn Balor taking on AJ Styles. We've also got a massive women's tag team match. We've got Io Sky and Rhea Ripley taking on Roxanne Perez and Julia. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Just give them time to cook, and they will cook.
And they will.
Yep.
Jey Uso and Logan Paul.
Fine.
CM Punk talks. I assume this is going to be about John Cena.
Should be.
And better Seth Rollins, obviously. And then the War Raiders take on the Creeds.
Okay.
So, hey.
Very tag team heavy match tonight. Yeah.
That's fine. That's cool with me. Yeah, no, I'm excited. this is WWE's hitting on all cylinders right now, and John Cena being on top is much better than I expected. So,
facts. Well, I think that is going to do it for us today. Podcast that. Any final thoughts for the good of the order?
Yeah, just be nice. Don't be a dick online. That's it.
Truer words have never been spoken. That is going to do it for us tonight. Tomorrow, we will be back. Brand new episode. We've got the Main Event Mamas podcast joining us. Two of my favorite TikTokers right now. I very much enjoy their content. We're going to talk a little bit of the post-Backlash fallout. Hopefully, we're going to get some setups for Money in the Bank coming in a couple of weeks, but so excited to have this conversation with them. Remember, follow the Main Event Network. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on X and TikTok at JunkiesPod, GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Use that promo code WJP2024. Get you 25% off site-wide. Coast Empire Wrestling, Bedlam at the Brew House is now on YouTube. Check that out. We will have After the Empire coming this week where we break down all of the action. Podcast Dad, it is a pleasure to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you for watching this evening. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Enjoy wrestling. Have fun. Be cool. That is the Podcast Dad. I am Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Until next time, enjoy the grass.